Wanted to give you a beer review because for the last 8 months I've really been cutting down on my alcohol intake. Why? For my health, for my wellness, because let's just see what happens. Because why not? Let's just see what happens if I cut out the alcohol. And for the past 6 months I've not had any beer whatsoever except non-alcoholic beers, and I've tried a lot of them, and it's an industry which has grown a lot over the past 5 years. In fact, I remember just 3 years ago I was working alongside someone who was setting up a non-alcoholic beer company, and that just seemed like it was so innovative at the time, whereas now they're everywhere, right? So what's the best one? Because there's a lot of beer connoisseurs out there that won't touch the stuff, and there's a lot of non-alcoholic drinkers who don't feel like they're up for being able to comment on what's good and what's not and what we should be drinking. Well, I'm there to mitigate. I'm here to be the middleman and to tell you what the good one is, because we know what good beer is: traditional German Pilsner, if you want something real, like Polana or Hackashaw. And if you want something trendy and you want something full of flavour and award winning, you're going to go for that local IPA. You're going to go for something that promotes the hop bill and the mash bill with on the side of the can, right? Basically, it's easy to get lost in the patronising-ness of it, and each one of these companies has their own beer. Here in Manchester we've got people like Cloudwater who does it, and they're all super expensive, but the best one, the absolutely best non-alcoholic beer that you're ever going to get, of all the ones I've tasted from large companies and small companies, is this one right here: Heineken non-alcoholic, or Heineken Zero. It is the best. Now, I'm not paid by these, they're not paying me, they've gave me nothing, I've never even spoke to them, but they make, undoubtedly, unbiased, the best non-alcoholic beer on the market. Why? Because it just tastes like beer. A lot of the other big companies like Corona and I can't think of any others, Corona, San Miguel, Estrella, all these companies, it tastes very watery. Now, your other companies, like your fancy ones that really experiment with the hops and the flavours, a lot of those come off a little bit bitter, or a little bit too sweet, or a little bit too fruity. It comes off a bit artificial tasting. Heineken Zero has got it. My top 3 would be, number 3, Guinness Zero, and I'm not a big Guinness drinker, but I just find that how the hell they can get that whole can to be less than 100 calories, I don't know, and it just tastes like you expect it to. It tastes like it should. Second one is Erdinger, which is isotonic, so not only is it non-alcoholic beer, but it's good for you. But the absolute best, the one which I recommend to anyone who's looking at buying non-alcoholic beer, or who's thrown a party and wants to invite some non-alcoholic drinkers: Heineken Zero. Enjoy.